Good evening, BAC 93. How pertinent that I be coming to you live from Mexico, and we are doing some analysis here on the speech given recently by the president of Mexico, Mr. Calderon here. In my section here that I want to discuss with you, he says what we need to do is fix a broken and inefficient system. And what I can see is he's looking to fix the immigration system for Mexico and the United States. But more than anything, he's looking to make Mexico a better place to stay, for people to choose to stay in Mexico as opposed to fleeing to the United States. And the best way for him to try to attempt that, the quickest way it seems, is to shore up the borders and share that common goal with us, as opposed to trying to make Mexico a much better place for people to stay, because of it's easier to fix the border than it is to fix the economy immediately in Mexico. He goes on to say that he wants to recognize the hard work and leadership of many of the people in the Senate, in the Congress, and President Obama. The positive stroking here of the audience and the decision makers is a great tactic that he is using to invoke change or to inspire these people to join his cause to try to shore up the borders here. He goes on to say some things about his determination to find a responsible and objective answer. And the question that I would pose is, do we have a shared common goal in trying to shore up the borders, or does he have ulterior motives? And that's up for you to decide. He goes on further to say that he does not agree. And he does not agree with the Arizona law. And I believe this was the thesis for the entire argument here, the entire speech that he was giving here. The thesis was, I do not agree with your recent law in Arizona. And he believes that it is a gateway, based on his speech, for racial profiling. Now, some people would argue that the language used here was inflammatory. And at the time of this speech, the law had actually been changed to where people who are stopped need to be stopped for a valid reason, as opposed to just being stopped because they looked Mexican. So it is questionable to whether or not this is valid for him to say that it leads to racial profiling. And is it something that should be required in all stops, that people present valid ID? And with that question being posed, you can ask yourself if you believe Calderon's speech and the thesis of his speech was on point, or if in some ways it was just inflammatory and there was something else on his mind. So I'll pass it back here to Helena. Hope you guys are having a great time. See you soon.